सद्गुरु श्री गजानन महाराज की जय. Namaskar. I am Atul Kokardekar. I feel blessed to present the English Pothi of Shri Gajanan Maharaj. With Maharaj's blessings, I hereby start. Sadguru Shri Gajanan Maharaj ki jai. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. O guardian of gathering Mayureshwar, come be with me and help me to complete this thesis. You deliver knowledge and intelligence, and you alone fulfill the desires of devotees. You remove all obstacles, the scriptures to narrate so. O Ekadanta Lambodhar, Parvati Suta, Bhalchandra, Sindurarai, come relieve me of all my anxieties. One Bachulal Agrawal stayed in Akola. He was a rich and generous person. He heard of the incident of Guda of Karanja, which confounded him with some doubts and suspicion. As he was thinking about the truth behind it, Maharaj himself came to Akola on a visit. He reached Bachulal's residence. Bachulal was happy and desired to worship the Sant. When Maharaj gave him consent, Bachulal made elaborate arrangements for his bath, ointments and various garments. A gold chain was put around his neck, a gold ring on all his fingers, a bracelet of gold was put on his left arm, and various perfumes on his body were sprinkled. He was offered sweets of a varied nature. A golden platter full of rupees, coins and moras was offered as dakshina to the Sant. It amounted to 2000 rupees. He also put a coconut on the plate. Then he with folded hands Bachulal said, Maharaj, I want to construct a Shri Ram temple, as the space in my house is insufficient to celebrate Ram Navami festival. Kindly fulfill my desire. Saying this, he touched the Sant's feet, to which Maharaj replied, I bless you that God Ramchandra will fulfill your wish. But what have you achieved by decorating me like this? You have made me look like a bull at Pola. I am neither that nor a horse at Dasera. These ornaments are of no use to me. I shouldn't have a touch of them. They are all toxic to me. Don't try to tempt me with all these gimmicks. Or is it, Bachulal, that you have done all this? To flaunt your wealth, you should offer only those things that a receiver likes. I am just a crazy wandering bare body. Let all these things remain with you. They are fine for a family holder like you. If at all I want any riches, God Vithala standing on a rock on the bank of river Bhima will always fulfill my wishes. This is all he had to say. He removed all decoration and threw them away. The Sant pulled out all ornaments from his person and threw them away in all directions. Same was the case with the clothes offered. He ate a piece of a sweet and then disappeared. People of Akola who witnessed this event were unhappy to see how he left. Some of them were from Karanja, feeling sorry for Gude's miserly dakshina. He worshipped Maharaj like Bachula, but was insincere in giving dakshina at all. The Sant could understand his hypocrisy, his tall talk and false modesty. His worship used big words only. When he said, take these clothes, he offered grains of rice actually. For sweets, he offered peanuts similarly. A worshipper gets what he deserves, depending on the sincerity he offers. As it happened in Gude's efforts, unlike Bachulal who was true to his words, Bachulal's prosperity never regret. Those blessed by Santa are ever contented. He searched for Maharaj in Akola city, but could not find him in the vicinity. A devotee named Pitambar Shimpi stayed at the monastery with Gajanan Maharaj in Shegao city. He was very sincere in service to Maharaj. His truthful devotion got him fruitful rewards. Once he was wearing a dhoti all tattered. Looking at that, the Sant uttered, "Your name is Pitambar, but you don't have even a good dhoti to wear. At least cover your hips, which is seen by others. It's like a woman named Sonubai, with not even a tin ornament on her, or Gangabai who is dying for water. Your dhoti is just fit to be a duster. Wearing it, you expose your posture. I am giving you now this dupatta to wear. Never remove it even if anyone insists ever." Pitambar obediently wore the dupatta, but other devotees did not tolerate it. Selfishness breeds animosity even in brothers. In this material world, that's the way it is. This is an unpleasant subject, like opening the lid of a sieve. Many claim to be devotees of the Sant, yet only few could stand out of the rest. It is like a sandalwood tree in the forest, rare to find in a jungle quest. People were jealous, teasing Pitambar. They said he shouldn't use the Sant's wear. In reply said Pitambar, he was doing it under the Sant's order. This created a rift amongst the devotees. Maharaj called Pitambar aside. He said, "Pitambar, go away from here, like a grown-up child drifting away from the mother. My blessings are always with you, Pitambar. Go and serve the underprivileged brothers." With tearful eyes, he bowed down to the Santa. His luminous eyes looking back again and again. He left the monastery and reached Kondhali. With the Sant's name on his lips, he sat under a tree. He sat there all night and started bothering him, and he had to climb up the tree. There too he faced the same maze, so he went up branch by branch, small or big, a safer place to sit, but could not get any. Some cowards nearby were surprised to see him move like that. They could not understand his going from branch to branch like chimpanzee. The wonder was that he did not fall, even from the smallest branch at all. One of them said that disciples of Maharaj can perform marvelous like that, and thought that Pitambar could one be. The cowards went back to the township and told the people about the happening. Curious residents of Kondhali gathered under the mango tree to find out who this person was. On seeing Pitambar, they thought he was an impostor, trying to prove that he was the Sant's devotee. There was one Bhaskar Patil, a true disciple, who recently died. Some said disciples of Maharaj do not leave Shegao at all because of the sweets they get to eat. A daily welcome treat. Some said before forming any opinion, ask details about him from the person. They all thought it better to ask the antecedents. One of them asked him who he was, what were his credentials, and who was his respected guru. "I am from Shegao," said Pitambar. "My name is Pitambar Shimpi, disciple of the Sant there. I am in this town respecting his orders. I sat under the tree when I came here and started crawling over my body. I had thus to go up the tree. People got upset and thought him to be a fake. They warned him not to fool them in the Sant's name. They taunted him, saying, 'You speak like a queen who is seeking a job to make a living.' When Shamrao Deshmukh of the village said, 'You are an impostor. Listen to me well. Sant Gajanan Maharaj is God himself. He made mangoes grow on each bough. It was out of season though. Well, he made the fruit. Can you at least create leaves on these worn out branches Bariram Patil's dry mango tree? Do it or be prepared to face a thrashing. If you do, we will respect you. It is seen that disciples of a great sant attain the loftiness of the Guru himself. Now don't delay, make the tree gleam with glossy, lively and emerald green as they have earlier been. For Pitambar, the idea was frightening. He said, please don't push me in the quandary. Kindly listen to the entire story. As you are very well aware, diamonds and pebbles are found together. I told you the truth about myself. I am just a pebble amongst the sant's disciples. Ignore me, but I did not lie a bit. Pebbles do not lower the value of a diamond pit. In spite of what I do, I cannot hide the name of my Guru. Thereupon Shamrao said, don't talk nonsense. A disciple in trouble prays for Guru's blessing favorable to rescue him from such debacle. In spite of the standing of the disciple not being of a requested level. Pitambar was caught between the devil and the deep sea. He helplessly worried as to what the future would be. People gathered around the mango tree, waiting to see how he tackles this situation naughty. Pitambar folded his hands and prayed to the sun, "O sun, please come to my rescue. Because of me, they are blaming you. Let the tree sprout foliage and save your greatness. I am entirely dependent on you. If I don't get any help now, I may have to face death in the brawl. You came as Narhari for Bhakta Prahlad in case of Janabai, the pillar on which she was to be killed turned into water. As Janabai depended on the omnipresent Sant, I look to you for help this moment. There is no difference between God and Sant. Sant is God and God is Sant. I have no special qualities. Expect that of being a disciple of your reverence. Thus now, it is your honor which is at stake. You are the flower, I am the thread. Flowers make a garland, lending value to the twin. You are the musk, I am the earth. I am caught up in this calamity because of your divinity. Please don't put me to this test any further. Come running to me and get green leaves on the tree to flutter. Thus saying, he asked the gathering to chant a song in the name of Sri Gajanan Maharaj of Shigao. So the chorus started singing, Jai Gajanan, Jai Gajanan. This went on for some time and lo, there was a miracle. Tender leaves started sprouting from the tree. In a few moments it was all green. People looked up in wonder. Some thought it could be a dream. They pinched each other to ensure that it was not so. Some others thought that it was a magic show. But the doubts were removed as fresh sap pours when leaves were plucked by those in the shadow. They were all convinced that leaves came into being due to the grace of Sri Gajanan Maharaj. This made them accept the greatness of the visitor. Pitambar, a humble disciple from Shigao. They all took him to Kondai with the hope that Sri Gajanan Maharaj will visit the place to see his disciple. As a cow follows her calf, Swami Samartha Ramdas sent his disciple to Dongao for spiritual upliftment of the people there. Likewise, Pitambar was sent by Sri Gajanan Maharaj here. It was a lucky augury for Kondai. Speaking of the mango tree, it still thrives there, yielding more mangoes than any other near. People respected Pitambar, who established a monastery there. A piece of diamond has a value everywhere. Pitambar breathed his last there. Once in Shigao, the Sant appeared restless. The disciples wanted to know the reason for this unrest. The Sant said, Krishna Patil, who has passed away, comes back to my mind. He used to offer me seasoned betel nut. No one is left of his kind. His son Ram is young. He may serve me in future. I don't want to stay here hereafter. People got anxious at this warning that the Sant may leave the place soon. They all went and bowed down to him to stop him from leaving Shigao town. Vankatlal, Tarachand, Maruti and Shripat Rao, amongst others, came and touched the feet of Maharaj, saying, "Don't go away from our midst. Please stay in this town wherever you wish." Maharaj said that people of Shigao are divided. He did not want to stay with any one of them. He said that if he were to stay in Shigao, it would be a place which to no one belongs. This was an awkward situation. If he did not want to stay with anyone, the only alternative was to approach the government and get a piece of land for the Sant. How can a government ruled by foreign hands have respect for the Sant of our land? Bankat asked the Sant not to put them in difficulty, as no one could give any guarantee of the government allotting property. Just on demand to a religious fraternity, Vankatlal with many others requested the Sant to avoid the problems hard to circumvent. Maharaj said, "You are all ignorant. The land belongs to God, the Omnipresent. Many kings have come and gone. Pandurang is a god to whom the land belongs. Kings own it by tradition. There is nothing more than that. Go and ask Hari Patil to assist you in the attempt. I feel he will be positively get the grant." People came to Hari Patil for consultation, then approached the government with an application. Mr. Karim, Buldana's district collector, agreed to allot an acre. He said more land would be allotted if the acre is properly developed. The decision of the collector is still on record. This was an effect of a word of Maharaj. Hari and Bankat started the fund collection. The requested amount matched the estimation. Those who helped to bring the collection will be narrated in the next chapter. God always helps sons. Vitu Patil of Dongargaon, Lakshman of Vadegao, Jagu Ambe of Shigao were the leaders in forefront to start the construction. May the reading of these treatises bring happiness to the devotees. Sadguru Shri Gajanan Maharaj ki Jai. This English pothi was translated by Shri Shankar Pandit. Please share this video so that maximum devotees can avail Maharaj's blessings.